Hey, I'm Big Jeff from Big Jeff Online. I started all this out of the trunk of my car in Miami, Florida, selling security cameras and other things, and it grew into car audio, which has always been my passion. Always been my passion. Get bigger and bigger and bigger. Hey, it's Big Jeff coming to you again with another unboxing, and today we're talking about DS18. We like it loud. This is one of their new super bullet tweeters. It is a PRO-TWX1. This one is silver. They do make a black. We will do that on another video. Let's take a look. So these were actually replaced the TW Pro 120s, which were sold for at least 2 or more years. One of the best sellers online, but like everything changes, they wanted to separate their product from looking like everybody else's. So they did a little casting, but we're gonna go over that. So as you can see, we're opening up the box. First thing I noticed, really cool sticker. This is not one of your crappy stickers. This is actually reflective. It seems pretty thick, high quality. I love customers all the time ask us for stickers. We get what we get from the manufacturers, we give them out. But guess what? You get one in your box. Then we got a pamphlet with some information. We will go over that. And let me pull out not one, but 2. So yes, these do come in pairs. I know sometimes it gets real confusing. So let's pull these out. Okay, so the first thing I noticed I want to bring up is they do have a capacitor on them, or a base blocker, whatever you want to call it, which is cool. A lot of times brands do not include that. Customers just hook this up and don't realize you cannot run low frequencies here. It is a tiny little voice coil inside, and you will blow it like that. So you do have, looks like a 3.300 volt farad cap on here. Does mean you can just hook this straight up on a full range amp. I still recommend using a crossover. If you can multi-amp your system, financially do it. What I mean by that is putting an amp on the tweeters, maybe on your full range or your mids or whatever, maybe even on your drivers if you're doing some drivers and horns, and then of course your subwoofers. If you can't, well, you can run these in line with your door speakers or what have you, because it does have a capacitor. The other cool thing is you can see they did a different casting here. Black background and a black bullet, but they did do the DS18 logo. I let everybody see it, raised in a polished type of aluminum. I like it. I think most customers, they want black, they want all black, but I do like the separation of it. On the back, we have a nice black and red sticker, and we have a simple voice coil, which you will blow these up. It's a part of the bass life or highs life, whatever you want to call it. So they do make replacements. A lot cheaper to replace this than the whole thing. These are pro audio, so they're not warrantyable. You can't blow it up, send it back, and get a whole replacement. You will need to purchase a new diaphragm. They're not that expensive. I would probably say if you're going to shows and you're beating your vehicle up, get a couple extras. They're real simple to replace. You basically take this off, and then you pop the voice coil off and put a new one in. But anyway, this is 4 ohms. I do like the look. Looks like they are putting serial numbers on them now, so these are going to be tracked. The other thing you want to keep in mind, that when you cut the hole for these, you have to worry about the positive and negative prongs. Just if you didn't know, I don't know if we have newbies, experts here, whatever. I'm gonna treat it as I'm learning with you, but the capacitor is on the positive side. That means you need to use the positive lead from your amplifier. Do not run these off of a radio. I don't know how many customers think they could just take their factory radio, swap out with a full range speaker and a big bullet tweeter. There's not enough power in there to do anything. And not sure what you've been told, but underpower will hurt a speaker quicker than overpower. And what I mean by that is when you underpower them, they will heat up and vibrate with distortion, and that my friends, will blow a voice coil or a woofer voice coil or what have you. So you want to give recommended watts. Plus, who wants to get a little bit of sound out of it? Yes, it will work off radio, but on an amplifier, these things scream. Okay, so let's look at some of the specs here. The important ones. Well, first thing we have is the overall diameter. So this is real important because you see these things advertised and you might see, for instance, this one says 3.8 inch super bullet tweeter with 1 inch aluminum voice coil. Very cool. And what I mean by that is they used to just say 1 inch tweeter, but obviously this is bigger than 1 inch and they use that measurement of the actual voice coil. Okay, so listen, with this, you got to keep in mind that it is not a 1 inch size. The actual overall diameter on these is 3.78. Okay, the cutout diameter, let's see, baffle cutout is 2.76. So you need to cut out a whole 2.76 inches, and you will need to make a couple notches so the positive and the negative terminals will fit in. Then you can screw it down. What is the mounting depth on these new TX1s? Well, it is a shocking 1.57, very small. Can you put this in your pillar? And a lot of guys buy this thing, they're gonna take their pillar out, pop it in because it says 1 inch. No, this is obviously gonna have to go in a door panel. And if you do in a pillar, you must be working with some fiberglass to build something. So let's look at some of the specs. They are 4 ohm and you do need 60 watts RMS. That's why you can't hook these up to a radio. Although it will play, it will sound like crap and you'll probably blow them up. 60 watts is what it calls for, 120 watts peak. Now, frequency range, and that's what we're talking about having an outside crossover, is 3.5 kilohertz to 20 kilohertz. Well, these actually go higher than a driver, so that's why I'd like to keep them separate. Will the capacitor work? Yes, but if you're really doing this right, put the tweeters on its own amp or its own channel that you can adjust the crossover. Okay, this is a Kapton material for the coil, and it's just a ferrite magnet. So pretty simple. I do like the new look. This does replace the TW120. We still sell those here at BigJeffAudio.com. And any dealers looking for DS18, we are the largest Florida distributor. Come check us out. Hey, I'm Big Jeff signing off. Make sure you double click right now, like it, subscribe to our channel, and share this out. It means a lot. As you can see, we're doing more and more videos. Comment below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you like to see in the future. Just don't be mean about it. I'm just a guy trying to grow a company, and I'm thankful for all you bass heads out there. That's what we're doing. Till next time, see ya.